So there you go. So the data is the most important crown jewel of many organizations. So protect it with your life and make sure you monetize the value of this data so that your business will be successful in the future. And I'm going to hand this over to our moderator, Ms. Chang Ying, to translate me to Rizwan Anwar, our solution consultant. They're going to do a content manager demo.
Thanks for your sharing. I must remember the enterprise content manager is the heart of the entire data security transformations plan approach. And the transformation plans consist of discovery, analysis, governance, and protection. The use case we just watched is the use case of State of Oregon. Here comes to our live quiz part 2. After we review the question, quickly key in the correct answer A, B, C, or D. Let me repeat, you just need to key in A, B, C, or D. For one time it is now. We will announce the winner's name. So question number 1, Micro Focus Data Security Transformation Plan consists of A, discovery, archiving, encryption, recovery. B, detection, analysis, governance, protection. C, content, governance, protection, recovery. C, discovery, analysis, governance, and protection. Wow, guys, it's really, really fast, but I can see some of you guys didn't get the right answer. The correct answer is D, discovery, analysis, governance, and protection. Let me key in the correct answer for you guys. Here, correct. The winner is Wahini. Then let me see, Siti Zahara and Kairu. Congratulations to the winner. Next question, please. Question number 2. Enterprise Content Manager is the A, brand, B, body, C, heart, D, eyes of the entire data security transformation plan approach. Quickly key in your answer A, B, C, or D. Wow, you guys is really, really fast. And I can see the correct answer now. Yes, the correct answer is C, heart. Enterprise Content Manager is the heart of the entire data security transformation plan approach. Congratulations to Jaime again, Cairo, and Aiping Poon. Next question, please. Question number 3. Which one is the use case video did you just watch? A, Canton Council. B, the state of Oregon. C is the city of Portland. Anyone get the correct answer? Yeah, every single one of you got the correct answer. The correct answer is B, the state of Oregon. Congratulations to all winners. We will be in touch soon. Up next, Rizwan, the senior technology consultant from Micro Focus, will demonstrate and showcase CM10. Over to you, Rizwan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you see my screen?
Yes, can.
Okay, thank you very much. You guys are a wonderful audience. I see that you're very much attentive and giving most of the current responses. So my name is Rizwan Anwar, and I am from I work for Micro Focus as a senior technology consultant in the area of information management and governance. Today, what I'm going to showcase you is a quick real demo in a real environment. And I'll be showcasing you not only the heart portion, but also the eyes and the brains, which Eugene just mentioned about. This is the diagram you're seeing that here. This in the sorry. So the first demo will be around our the file analysis, which is our control point, which allows you to interact with the with your different unstructured data repositories, whether it be on your file systems, on your SharePoints, or different. Eugene talked about data diversity. So we have data diversity in terms of cover that problem. We connect to almost all data repositories. We have connectors to almost 150 plus data repositories, which we are able to connect and do the discovery and analysis and manage those repositories, whether it be in place or moving data out to Content Manager or different storage. So my first demo will be around that how Micro Focus solution can help you to identify or to discover sensitive information from your discovery, whether it be from your performance or storage optimization perspective, or for your security standpoint. And it covers for both your legacy data, which is Eugene showed that you have all the data which is lying there under the Databug or the heaps of storages in your different data repositories. So that will be about my first demo. Secondly, I will be showcasing the CM10 that how we simplify record management practices. As some of you are already aware or have been have seen the experience or experienced the Content Manager before, but I would like to showcase that what are the latest development we have done in order to optimize or to simplify your overall record management practices. The last one is about that how we can manage SharePoint data using the Content Manager. So with this, I would like to take you to my demo environment. So can you see my screen?
Is that a control point?
Yes, can.
Yeah, control point. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned, the first demo is about about the discovery of sensitive data, which we have. So Control Point is our front end solution which connects with your different data repositories, whether it be your file systems or SharePoint or different data management solutions or data storage solutions, whether it be your data in the social media or in the cloud, and it connects with those repositories and scan those repositories with the help of our detailed IDLE machine learning based engine, which is called IDLE. Which is Micro Focus, which is also a Micro Focus solution and built into the Control Point as an engine. So even that engine, this engine is so powerful that last year we cracked a deal with Microsoft that they use IDLE, even IDLE for some of their products as well. So that's very well established and a very powerful engine which allows you to go deep down into your repositories and identify the data or discover the data from both context and content perspective. So let me take you to show you one example that, okay, so these are the repositories which I have registered, means connect. So as you see that I can connect to different type of repositories here. In the analyze phase, you see I have Exchange repositories, I have content management repositories, I have SharePoint repositories, and also I have file share based repositories. So and multiple repositories are connected to single group together as well to give you a single view that how much. So you may have different storages, different physical storages, but assigned to single person. So you want to know that if a person have multiple documents or the copies of a document spread across different repositories, duplicated over different repositories, or sensitive data spread across different repositories, so you can get a view of that. So This is the view after the scan. So once you see these dots, these blue dots represent that the scan process is completed. Your data is fully indexed for this repository, and this is this much data and this many items are being scanned. And the first view, intelligent view which you got is that identification of redundant, obsolete, and trivial data. That how much data in my repository is being marked as redundant. It means that multiple copies of the same data exist. It means that they are duplication of data. Data obsolescence. Data obsolescence talk about the data which is being obsoleted. It means nobody touches the data from last 2 years or 3 years or 5 years based on the policy, like the employee who left the organization, but still you still carry the information or the data, whether it be in the form of emails, in the form of documents, in the form of audio, video, audio visual records. So these all are the files which you can see that, okay, this is the amount of data which has been obsolete. Now I need to see that, I need to treat the data by either, if the data is not sensitive, by moving it to lower cost storage or a NAS, or disposing it if it is of no use. Then the third thing is about the trivial data. So trivial data is about data which is which is not supposed to be there. It is which has no value, like your binaries, temporary files, but which are there, which have no use or no specific purpose, but still there. So you can also identify that. Then you can see that based on the type of data and the disk storage, how over the period of time, how my data explodes during the period of 10 years or 15 years, or whenever you have this repository in place. So this view give you that based on number of items, number of files, file growth over the period of time in this particular repository. And this is based on the number of disk, the volume of disk occupied in this repository. Then you can also see a view. This is also very important. What type of data majority you are storing in this data repository? This is the audio data, or a CAD data, or a database files, or a documents, emails, game files, image and graphics, spreadsheets. So it gives you a view that what sort of a data you are carrying in your, and this you can also identify, okay, how much, which data, audio data I have, which video data I have, so that I can further optimize it. The important part here is this, which tells you about the privacy, which is related to the privacy of data. So based on the scan of both metadata and the content, what sort of a data we have in these files, what sort of a how much documents I have which have license number plates, which have medical conditions, which have driving license number, which have social security numbers, which have banks details, medical procedures, credit card number, passports, and all these are, you can define that what do you want to send, and the solution come up with many pre-built repositories or pre-built grammars, we say, or the rules which you can use it, or it provides a way to customize your grammars the way. So let's say any Malaysia identity NRIC number. So you can define the format and then search that include that in this criteria as well. So this view, this single view, gives you the overall aspect from whether it be from your data privacy perspective or sensitive data perspective, and the growth and performance perspective. So this view is quite comprehensive. Now, what do I want to do? Now I know, I have discovered. So now this comes the analysis part. So with analysis part, now you can define the uh, categories or a classification based on which what you want, what data you want to, what do you want to do with this data? Like the redundant or obsolete data, you want to archive it. So you define the data, you put the data into life cycle, that which is related to life cycle. Then you classify the data based on the personal information or PII information. So let's say if I can go and see that what are all these documents. So let's say if I see this document, it tells that this document have name, it has a social security number, it has certain medical conditions, which is been identified as a sensitive information. So that's why this document has been categorized as sensitive. So you can once you have categorized the data, and the good thing is that if you are a content manager user, you can replicate the same categories into content manager. So it means you can define your categories here, or your classification here, and then replicate the same classification into content manager. So once you have this, I can go on and on that how we can build this categorization based on different criterias or machine learning technologies. But in a nutshell, yeah, we can categorize based on different types of data, based on business classification, based on regulatory compliance, and based on different sensitivity as well. So once we identified and put this into a proper structure, now we can see that, okay, what are the policies we need to build in? We need to apply to this data. What data do I need to dispose? What data do I need to move to content manager? What data do I need to preserve? What data do I need to tag it as a sensitive? So all these things, and this will allow you to move your data into appropriate repository, or even you can migrate your data into tier 2 storage as well. So it means that if data is of no use, but you still have to keep it for compliance perspective, and data has no significant or sensitive information. So rather than putting it into a tier 1 storage, you can move the data down to tier 2 or tier 3 storage for safekeeping only. So this is the view. This is how, when Eugene talk about the eyes and the brain. So this provide you the capability to look into your data, going deep down into your repositories, and then analyze those information and act upon those information to intelligently position your data at a rightful place. So this concludes the first session of my my demo, which is based on the discovery and sensitive data discovery. Now I will take you for the demonstration number 2, which is like to how we can use Content Manager 10 to simplify your record management practices. So most of you may have seen the earlier Content Manager interface, but this is the knowledge worker interface of Content Manager. And the approach which we have taken in this design, in this new UI, is to minimize is to provide a user everything on a single screen. That's why you see that all these items on the left hand side of the menu, which it consolidate everything. You can define your favorites. What are your favorite records, your favorite locations, your favorite file plans, your favorite schedules, consignments. Then you can have your trays. You can define user label. User label are pretty comes handy. So let's say you can for let's say a fake document. So you can label the document as a fake document, and then you can filter all those documents which are labeled as fake documents in a single query or in a single search. Or you can define the policies or the security policies on those user labels as well. Then, so these are the this span is fully customizable now with the configure explorer parameters. So you can now, you see that you can decide what items do you want to see in your interface. You know, in the favorites, what do you want to see? In the trays, what do you want to have? Or in the other settings, you can define that how many items you want to see, or you want, if there's a global standard, you can get the global standard, or you know, what is your corporate standard of setting up this explorer. So this comes quite handy in a way that, you know, you can access and approach everything right from this screen. For those who don't who have no prior understanding of Content Manager, so Content Manager is the record manager. We call it as a record manager, and the core thing of the of record management is that every single item, every single object you store inside Content Manager, whether it be your documents, whether it be your contracts, whether it be your retention plans, everything is stored in the Content Manager as a record. So when I say record, it means that it stores some information along with that. So I can so records. So when I say record, so every record, like when you store a record in a database, it has its own unique identity. So in the same, like in Content Manager, once you store these your items, whether it be your email file, your archive files, your different graphic files or documents, or even physical files. I'll talk about physical files later. That how you can manage your physical documents, especially in the public sector. There's a lot of inflow of a physical documents. So you can see that, you know, you can manage your physical documents in there as well, for your safekeeping. So as you can see that, you know, these are other different records you can see on the record, and every record has its unique identity, and these are completely configurable. That how do you want to set the numbering scheme for each of the of the record. So as I say that, you know, the record is the core of Content Manager. Everything you store in Content Manager, it will be stored as a record. And how does it store? It will be stored in a file plan. So file plan is the structure of your organization, that how do you want to store, how do you want to manage your data, and it typically represents your organization structure, the hierarchy of your business structure. So let's say you have a department. Within department you have section. Within sections you have certain practices or certain committees which works in a different way. So you can define all these things as a location, and then you can structure or define the plan based on this as well. So you have this structure in place. So let's say, let me take the example of this. So as you see, all the HR, so you have different departments, divisions. Within divisions, you have this department. Then you have, within this department, you have sub-department, which is your HR. Within HR, you have certain business practices, which is like benefits, policies, compensation, employee personal records. And within that thing, that benefits, you have different folders. You can create different folders or different type of record. You can create a type which of record which you know, and then store the data in that accordingly. So what I'm going to show you. So this is the structure. This is the structure of how you manage the record, and how do you store your objects, which is in the outside world are different objects, you know, whether it be a file or an archive. But when it comes into Content Manager, it treats like a record. So even you see that the folder has a number assigned to it. So it means that it has its own unique identity. So what I can do, I can how do I enter the record or the content into Content Manager? So let's say I want to create a new record. So there are multiple ways to ingest data into Content Manager. One of the way is that you can create a record. So when you say that I want to create a new record, so you will get all these are the type of records defined. You can define as per your organization. If you have a SharePoint document, SharePoint folder, you have a contract, you have a document. So let's say if I have a document, this document, I can set the container. So let's say journal correspondence. Okay. You can define that which file plan for the sake of simplicity. Also, you see that there are certain fields extra fields attached to this as well. So you can define that, okay, when you're storing this document as a record, what additional thing do you want to store along with that, so that you can retrieve that information easily and or as a record. So now what you can see that I can attach the electronic document to get with the record, and the way I can do it is maybe I can drag and drop the file. So let's say so now this particular document is being attached as a record in my Content Management repository. So you see that in this folder we have this document. Other way is that I can go to the client. I can open up the Word, and you see that the Content Manager add-on that allows me to check in the document or to store the document in the Content Manager in a different format. So I can say, okay, Content Manager. So I want to save this document as a document. Okay, then you can define all the policies, where do you want to store, or you can define auto classification here as well. You can define that what is the access control I want to give this to this particular file, and you can define certain nodes here as well. So you see that there are multiple ways of ingestion. So you can do bulk ingestion as well. That the lot of data can come into your into Content Manager all at once. So this is how you manage, and you see that we haven't moved the screens. So let's say if I click this document or this record, you see all the actions in the right hand side. So I can see all the metadata information of that document. That what is the location, date created, date. What is the container in which the document is stored? What is the retention schedule applied to this particular document? What are the access control assigned to this document? What are the different audit events, recent audit events happen to this document? So so I can see all this thing in a single pane of glass. And I can also perform many actions. So if I need to check in or check out the documents, I can do this from here. I can view the document from here, and the viewer will come up. I can initiate the workflow. I can define the security. I can finalize the document. A lot of actions we can do. So let's, for the sake of example, another key feature of Content Manager, which has been there for longer period of time, is the workflow. That you can initiate the workflow and you can define whatever I'm defining. You can automate it. You can define it at a file plan level. So it means that whenever the document comes into a specific file plan or a folder, it automatically kicks in the workflow. So you see that there are different workflows already defined, and I can define my own workflow template as well. So let's say I took this contract approval and start the the process. So now I can see this. I can see all the activities that this is the workflow action which is already started. So I need to assemble the contract, then contract admin review. It will go for the outside review, then it will go for a legal review, contract admin, and client review. So all these are defined in a template. So once the document comes into that file plant, you can initiate it or on the workflow yourself, or you can administrator can automate that. Whenever there's a new record comes into a contract folder, it automatically started the workflow. So now you can see that what are the results. So contract created. So you can complete the action. You have to add the document. So you have to once assemble the contract means you have to add the document in that as well. So just to give you a view, this was just to give you a view that that we have a very powerful workflow engine behind it, and then we can create the workflows in our desktop app and it will expose all these workflows will be exposed in the in here. So now. So we have gone through the workflow. We have seen the workflow, that how workflow works. The last thing which I want to talk about for the use case 2 is that how we can manage the physical records. I think I have job descriptions. So as you can see, okay, let me go to the favorites. I think I have something. And the favorite, okay. So you see that I have apart from managing digital records, you can also manage your physical records in Content Manager as well. So you can define your structure, the whole structure, that where your store, your box, where your and number that, and then attach your digital records or the physical records, map it to the Content Manager, and you can use your barcode or QR code just to check in and check out your documents, physical documents in and out from Content Manager. So this is again a very powerful capability that you can not only the documents, you can manage your archives, your documents, your physical content, all in one place, which is your Content Manager. So that concludes my second demo part of my demo. The quick one, the quick third one is around the SharePoint. So we provide a very strong bi-directional capability to integrate with SharePoint. So as you see that, I have opened up the SharePoint interface. So this is a SharePoint interface, and you see that how we provide a bi-directional integration of Content Manager with SharePoint using our SharePoint governance and compliance app. So with this, you see that these are the documents. It is being managed by SharePoint. It is still there, but still the numbering being assigned by the Content Manager. So it means that they are managed by the Content Manager, but it's still there in the SharePoint. These are the documents which are already been moved to Content Manager. So let's say if I can copy this this document, go to Content Manager, and so this document. So you see that this document is being managed in Content Manager, but you see in the SharePoint interface, it will give you the view that these are the documents with the relevant record numbers. These are the documents being managed in Content Manager, and you can access the documents from SharePoint as well. So that's why, there's a very strong bidirectional integration. Also, you can with this capability, you can finalize the document. You can set the policy that, once the document is finalized, it will automatically be moved into Content Manager. You see that, when I have finalized the document, so this document is out of my Content Manager, because now I have finalized it. This document is now finalized. So now once the process will run, it will automatically be moved into Content Manager for further management. So this is the view of this is how we can basically optimize the SharePoint, because SharePoint is mostly a tool for collaboration. It has a lot of performance related challenges when you scale out the content, the SharePoint thing. So basically, Content Manager allows you to manage your SharePoint repositories, and you can replicate your sites, your folders, just using the one click to the Content Manager, and then Content Manager will do the rest. So that's the demonstration number 3. If you have any question, you're free to please feel free to ask in the chat box, or I would be happy to reply. So with this, thank you very much. I would like to pass this control back to Jan. Thank you.
Rizwan, thank you, Rizwan. There is one question from the floor, from Jaime. He wanted to know how the duplication files being checked. Was it by content, file manager, or the file size?
Okay, that's a very good question, though. It is based on content, not by the file size. Also, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. So Content Manager also show you that which is the current version, or most updated version. So let's say if you have a design document, same name, and then you create a new version and you didn't change even the name. You just update the doc. You just keep on updating the document, and then create a multiple copies somewhere. When Content Manager search, so it will search based on the content, that okay, so these are the similar document, and based on the content, this is the most updated file.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rizwan. So Mohaimi, the answer is by the content, and then
Yes.
CM will be based on the latest content, and then check out which one is the duplication.
Yeah.
So,
basically, so Control Point provides different levels of indexing. So one type of indexing is repository data. So repository data means file names and basic metadata. Then repository and file metadata, and then content indexing. So you can set up the way you want to run your policies, or you run your scans accordingly. So you want to so let's say you want to do a content based, you can do that. You can do based on metadata, file metadata, and repository metadata. Yes, you can do that.
All right. Thank you, Rizwan. Thanks for the showcase. Just a quick recap. CM provides bi-directional integration with SharePoint, and CM simplify how user manage electronic documents in line with policy. Lastly, user can drag and drop files into CM. How powerful it is. Here comes to our finalized quiz. After we review the question, quickly key in the correct answer, whether it's A or B. For one time is enough. We will pick 3 winners with the correct answer, and we will announce the winners. And please claim your prizes at my email address, channing.c@westcon.com. Next slide, please. Question number 1. TN provides bi-directional integration with SharePoint. A, true, B, false. Yes, the answer is correct. Is A, true. Congratulations to winners, Muhaimi, Azhani, and No Adila. Remember, you have to key in A or B, not true or false. Question number 2, please. Question number 2, user can drag and drop file into CM, whether it's A, true, B, false. I can see a lot getting the correct answer is A, true. Congratulations to Muhaimi again, Anisha, and I Ping Kun. Let me remind you guys again, please key in A or B instead of T or F. Next question, please. Question number 3. CM simplify how you manage electronic documents in line with policy. A, true, B, false. You guys are really fast getting all the correct answer. You guys are amazing. The correct
Very attentive audience.
A, true. Congratulations, winner, Muhammad Fitri, Muhaimi, and No Adila. Congratulations, all winners. We will be in touch soon. Next slide, please. It's our final Q&A session. Do you guys have any questions? Don't be shy. Just key in your question in the chat box. You have any question? Question from the floor? Yeah, I can see one question. What is the key advantage for user to onboard CN10? Let me repeat the question again. What is the key advantage, for users to onboard CN10?
Okay, that's a good question. As you know, Inchik Zamarul and Eugene, they spoke in detail about data, especially unstructured data. They are spread across in your organization. So why we need content manager is to manage your most critical data. Like the data which is your record of operations, which you need to process, the documents like your contracts, your invoices, your different processing, document which requires your processing and safekeeping. So all these data, you need to manage it and store it effectively, and you need to have a long-term retention policies on that documents. So that is why you need a solution like Content Manager to manage your data, or govern your data more effectively. So as I showcase you or show you in a demo, that it's not only allow you to store documents like docs or spreadsheets. It also allows you to store to manage your physical content. So you can manage your physical content. You can you can process the workflow on the documents. So that's why you need to have a solution like Content Manager, so that you can manage your files as your records.
Right, thank you, Rizwan. There's another question from the floor, which is from Azani. He wanted to know the integration with SharePoint. Is there any pre-requirement from Microsoft?
No.
Okay, the answer
there is no. Yeah, there is no requirement from Microsoft. We provide integration with SharePoint, both SharePoint on-prem and SharePoint online. We provide so it's our own. I show you the app, the CM governance and compliance app, which you need to enable in the SharePoint. So to enable that that bidirectional communication, where otherwise there is no as such interfacing required with Microsoft in order to do this implementation. And we
All
work
right.
closely with we work closely with Microsoft on this integration as well.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rizwan. And next slide, please. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rizwan. Just a gentle reminder before we end our session today, please complete the survey form to claim your door gift. I have put in the survey form link in the chat box. If you cannot find it, don't worry. We will be sending a thank you email and following email for you, all of you. And you can find the link embedded in the email. So once again, a big thank you for Zamru, Eugene, and Rizwan for today's sharing session. I hope everyone you guys has taken a lot of information, wonderful information from all our speakers. It has been a wonderful session with you guys. And thank you, everyone. We appreciate you for being here. Stay safe and stay healthy. We will see you soon, very, very soon next time. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank
Okay, stay
you.
safe. Kita jaga kita. Okay, if anything, just contact us. Okay, bye.
Yeah. If you have any issue you want to know about more, just come to us, come to BizOfChat. And Jammu will be also sharing the recorded version.
Yeah, okay,
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Very
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.